What's up, everybody? Check it out. Finally got my 3 alternator bracket up. Getting it all test fitted with some used alternators. I got my power steering pump up. Got it all plumbed. Got it all filled up. Rotated it a couple times to see if I could move some fluid. Got my AM fittings installed on my manual pump. Got the line up to the carburetor. Forgot to order the fitting. Motor's been running. I just unhooked it to finish up what I was doing. I got my transmission back from the transmission shop. 700 R4 rebuilt. New stall converter. New rubbers. A couple bands in there were stretched. All the bolts you see here and anything connecting to the motor, I've used lock nuts, or I've used nuts with the neoprene anti-vibrating shit in them, or I've used Loctite. I'm not going to let that shit vibrate loose. So, here's where I'm at so far. I'm using AN fittings and stainless steel lines that are going to connect from my transmission up to the oil cooler on the radiator, or an aftermarket cooler. I still got to make a bracket for right here to support my fill tube. I don't know, may end up taking it out if it doesn't work for my situation. I'm also going to have to heat and bend my dipstick for checking the oil. But it's coming along pretty good so far, and I think I'm doing pretty good with these test fitting these alternators, because there was no paperwork that came with this bracket. It's totally figure it out yourself, and that's what I'm doing. That's why the dry fit with used alternators. So I'm looking maybe a few more weeks. I'll be getting it back up into the Astro and continuing on with my journey. Once I get this up in here and I can drive it around the block, I'm going to back it back in, and I'm going to do the rear end. Definitely taking out the fiberglass leaf springs and replacing them. New brakes, new drums, new master cylinders, new lines, just like I did the front. And I'm possibly going to get an air helper kit, because I have done, in the previous video, I told you I did a 2-inch spring drop on this frame. So with that frame and with the larger motor, I'm thinking about it'll probably drop the front end maybe 3 to 4 inches total. So the back, I'm not really going to put any drop kit in it, because once I start adding wood subs, amplifiers, batteries, that'll take care of the drop on its own. And just to help it along, I'm going to get some helper springs from Airlift Tech. So, but continuing on my journey, I'm undecided. JS, John Patrick was good to me on my first alternator that he did for my Toyota. I have no complaints. Looking at McMahon, Ohio Generator, just a couple people to get different ideas, see who's willing to help me, because I'm wanting to get the biggest alternators I can. These 3 right here in particular, I believe McMahon offers a 500 amp, and I'm wanting to adjust the voltage independently from this alternator. This alternator is going to be basically for the primary systems of dash lights, radio, and brake lights, headlights, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about. The only difference is going to be the voltage, and I've understand from listening to other people that your radio and a lot of certain functions in your vehicle. I don't know with this old of a vehicle that it'll matter, but anything above 15.5 or 15.8, it's radios and stuff will burn up. It'll burn the computers up, anything like that. I'm not sure. I'm not guaranteed, but this alternator specifically is going to stay around 14.8 in that neighborhood to charge the front system, which, once I get done, hopefully, if it works out right, I can have two lithium batteries up front for the front, and then in the back off the three alternators here, like I said, at 15.8, I can run the back at 14 plus volts, and keep that separate from the front. Have its own system. I was pricing 4 aught to run off these three alternators from front to back. Yeah, pure copper, even welding cable. $700 easy, and that's not including the copper lugs and anything else I might need besides that. That's just for 60 feet of power wire coming off the alternators. I don't know who out there, if you got any recommendations or ideas. I'd like to do a single pole in, a single pole out with either one specific fuse that's 500 amps in the front, and then another fuse holder in the back to protect it both ways. But I don't know who would make a fuse holder for that big of a lug, because they're a lot bigger than a 1 aught. Any recommendations, man? Shoot me a message if you like what I'm doing. If you want to see more, give me your ideas. Hook me up. Let me know. I mean, it's just something I'm working my way through. I'm starting from the bottom, working my way to the top, because hopefully I'll have a nice vehicle when I'm done. So far, I see with what I got, I'm doing pretty good to get this much done within a year's time. Between house, bills, kids at home, school, all their things going on. So shoot me a message if you like what I'm doing. Hit the subscribe button, hook me up, let me know. Thanks for your input. You guys have a good weekend. I'm out.